Hey, it's the dawn of a new day. It is Dawn of the Monsters here on GGRC. Guys, Dawn of the Monsters is a new game. I'm playing this on Switch. It's out on pretty much everything, you know, Steam. It's actually on Stadia too, but it's on Xbox, PS4, the PlayStations. Wherever you want to get your Kaiju on, you're going to be able to do that on whatever console you want. So if you like Godzilla, you like Kaiju, you like that kind of thing, you're going to really like, of course, there's the caveat. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You also got to like beat 'em up games. Do you guys like beat 'em up games? Do you like Final Fight? You know, that kind of game? Streets of Rage, you know? Then I think you're really going to like this. So Dawn of the Monsters is going to be out soon-ish, I believe. March 15th here it says. It is $30. Like I said, it's on everything. And this is actually from publisher WayForward. You guys might know them for the Shantae games. But developer 13AM Games, who I'm not actually familiar with. I don't know that I know other games by them. I could be completely ignorant on that. So if this is their first game, or at least first widely released game, it's actually really impressive. So here, let's jump in. Let's check out the monsters. You get to pick between 4 different kaiju, which is pretty sweet. By the way, the little dancing kaiju in the bottom there, I love those. They swap and change in between. So before I show you guys all the other stuff, we're going to get right into some fighting here. We just finished Toronto. We're going to go into Brazil here, it looks like. And we're just going to start right off.
There's a new emergency in South America. A large Nephilim horde is marching on the city of Foz do Iguazu.
Let's turn up the volume here just a bit so you guys can hear this.
It is quite strange. This region hasn't been attacked by Nephilim before, and we have no reports on any nests or monarchs nearby.
Dawn's defense division doesn't have any branches down there. How are the local forces doing?
Not good. The attack site is on the border of Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay, so their militaries are working together, but they're unprepared for the fight.
So as you can see here, it's very comic book or, you know, manga inspired here. If you like that style look, you know, with your storytelling and whatnot, you're going to like this. It has that kind of look, that kind of feel to it.
Current focus is on evacuation.
Then there's no time to waste. We're ready, Captain.
Then from here, you get to pick your kaiju. So, you get to pick from 4 different guys. You got your red Godzilla-looking Megadon dude. You got your Ganira giant crab monster, who actually is my personal favorite. I really like this guy, and I'll show you why in a second here. You have the Tempest Galahad and the Aegis Prime. Both of those are kind of more mech-based, you know. I, for one, because they show you who actually pilots the mechs here, I, for one, am not the biggest fan of playing a monster game and playing as a person in a monster suit. Even though this one supposedly has a control system with people, you can see that they have a silhouette portfolio down there. Like with this one, you can see this one's piloted by Jamila. This one's IG, I think is how you say his name. But these have classified control systems, so I don't know if it's AI. I have no idea. I just thought that they were monsters. I didn't know there's anybody inside controlling those guys. So according to the story, they captured these big monsters and then built these mechs to go along with it. But anyway, you can pick from those 4. I like the crab dude. We're going to go with the crab dude here just so I can show you why I like this guy. Let's jump in. Get the blood pumping with some drums, some tribal drums here. Okay, so this is a completely new area that we're fighting in Brazil here. It does have definitely has a completely different tile set to it, which is kind of nice. So we have a new attack that's unlocked. Hold X after performing a heavy hold attack, or further heavy attacks to perform more heavy holds. So the combat system in this game is actually deeper than, you know, you would get with some beat 'em ups, which is kind of interesting because most of the time they're just button mashers, right? And you could play this game as a button masher if you want, but there is actually a bit of strategy to it. I actually died 2 times on the boss of the first area, which was pretty annoying. I was like, what am I doing wrong? And I realized, oh, there was a piece of the puzzle I wasn't putting together to actually take the guy out. But you also got to be careful to not get hit so much. You can't take so many hits, and you don't get multiple lives. So anyway, let's jump in, shall we? So here we go, crab monster guy and crab monster guy. Okay, just like any of the other ones, can pick up buildings. You can swing the buildings. And then, of course, once we run into some enemies here,
Anything that we can use against the Nephilim,
once that score
we
pops
should
up, you know
use.
enemies are coming. There we go.
Worry
Boom,
about
boom.
rebuilding later.
And once you're hitting these guys, you'll see that little B prompt pop up. Once that B prompt... Oh, that's for the building, actually. Once that B prompt pops up for a enemy, you can actually execute them like this. What that does is it gives you some health back. Now we got some new monsters to try and take out here. So with this guy, you can do kind of a dash move like that. You can do these... Oh, let's get that guy. You got to be careful to not execute too much though, because there is a rage system up in the top left corner. You see that you have little bars that fill up, and then you can use these abilities like I'm about to use now. And I could bring in like an AI friend here, which is pretty cool. We gotta dash away from that. So there's a lot of different ways to attack and fight in this game. There's special moves, there's light attacks, there's heavy attacks, there's a dash move, you can guard, you can dash around to dodge, and they have a parry system and a dodge system and everything in there. If you get a perfect dodge or a perfect parry, you get bonuses. So there's a lot more to it than you would get, or you would think you would get from just a normal beat 'em up type game. Oh wow, haven't had this guy yet. Actually shooting ice out of his mouth. You also have a grade. You're not going to see it behind my webcam here, but there is a combo that ticks up. But that all is in the service of getting your rank, which you'll see here. We actually managed to pull off an S rank here.
I see more incoming.
So if you like what you see here with the fighting, this is the whole game so far. They have done a really good job of trying to change up the levels a bit. And by that I mean they have made it so, for example, in the Toronto set of levels, they made it so the levels were a bit different than just like fighting the whole time. There was one where you actually had to escape the level in a certain amount of time, or else you were going to die because there was a gigantic bomb in the level. And you had to fight the enemies and defeat them in a certain amount of time to get out. I got out with 2 seconds to spare. I was actually really shocked that I was able to do that. We're going to avoid that. But of course, there's boss battles, there's mini-boss battles. As you can see, they introduce like a whole new character. Oh, we gotta bring our friend back here. This is why I like playing as the crab guy, by the way, though, is because it gives me an AI partner. One of the things that I think is a big detriment in this game is that you don't have, if you're playing single player, like I usually do when I game, this game, to my knowledge, only has couch co-op, which kind of sucks, and it's only 1 to 2 players, even though it's 4 max. It would have been great to have like 4 players on screen at once, all just tearing things up. That would have been great. But I play single player, so because of that, what that means is I don't ever get in one of the other monsters to fight with me. So discovering that this guy actually has like a little partner that helps, I thought was great.
Good progress so far. Keep pushing further into the city.
Guy's done. We took him out. Because I would really have liked if they added another character in the game to run alongside you if you were playing one player. I think that would have been great. And I guess they were partway there because they give you a little character here with this guy that you could summon. It would have been even better had they actually included like an actual AI, a real AI character that was one of the monsters, I would have loved that.
Team, would you mind keeping some of their heads?
It's lonely being a monster is basically what I'm saying here. These little guys charge at you there, very annoying. I didn't know that the screen was actually going to take that health power up away, otherwise I would have grabbed that when I was walking in here. So this guy gets some health back, dash away. You can throw some of the enemy stuff back at them like that. That's pretty fun to do. Actually helps your combo out a bit. We actually just lost our combo, which kind of sucks. What are you going to do? I'm going to throw that. There we go. Did you kill my guy already? That's another one of your big abilities there. He can make water explode, which is pretty sweet. Big wave comes after him. I think the sound design in this game is quite good. I really like the music in it. It's very blood pumping. Really has like a sort of an inspiration from old monster movies, but they did a great combination of it with, you know, like a new modern feel. Like it has that modern, like, oh, this feels like a big epic soundtrack, but also like feels like an old monster movie. I think they did a really good job of combining the two. Come here, dude. I'm trying to get over to you. I can hit you with this. Where's my little AI guy? He just kind of like hung back and like didn't come over here. I almost feel like this guy is like going after him, but he's not showing up. Weird. Come on. Oh, this is not good. Okay, I gotta execute somebody. Get some health back. That's another great feeling right there, too, is when you knock an enemy into the air and you're able to get one more hit in on them before they fall down to the ground. That is really fun to do. We're gonna get this guy, get some more health. I'm not doing very good for combos this level, I'll tell you guys that. Yeah, guys, what you're seeing here is what you get. I mean, this is a good, you know, even though they've done a good job of like adding in some like unique level objectives and that kind of stuff. The base game, I mean, this is basically it. You're fighting dudes, and if this doesn't look fun to you, then I don't think this is going to be a game for you. Me personally, I love playing as a giant monster. That's almost like enough for me, to be quite honest with you. Our ability here. Let's bring our guy back, because I think they killed him already. Really need to get some kind of upgrade for him to make him more powerful. Gotta get out of that attack zone. There's some health over here. I'm gonna go grab this. Grab that. There we go. Throw it. We got him. I think we only got a C ranking on that one. We're not doing very good on that fight there, that's for sure. Also a big fan of the way these monsters are designed too. Comic book style, you can see they got kind of like this half-tones type of pattern drawn on them, which is kind of cool. Really dig that. But yeah, breaking down the gameplay, guys, I mean, that's basically it. You're fighting monsters, and every now and then you're going to get a level thrown in that's like a little bit different, like the bomb level, or you're going to get a level that's just a boss battle, which is cool. I like that they change it up like that, for sure. Levels normally are pretty short too. You know, they range anywhere from, you know, like 6 to 10 minutes in there. So like, unless you're dying on the same level a lot, you're going to be able to get through a lot of this stuff pretty quick, I think. I got through the first Toronto area in about around an hour, maybe give or take some minutes there. So each area seems to be, if I had to guess, would be probably around the same amount of time, about an hour or so. Let's see here. Okay, so another thing that they added into the game is augments. So each character, and this changes up the fighting as well, each character, or each kaiju, you can actually put different augments on them, so that way it changes up the way the fight will go for you in certain ways. So for example, it says here that if you equip this one, parrying grants 2 full bars of rage. So if you parry at a good time, you get 2 full bars of rage, which is pretty nice. Landing light attack, 3 increases the damage of heavy attacks by 20% for 3 seconds. So if you follow that up with a heavy attack, you do 20% more damage after that, which is pretty nice. Become invulnerable for the duration of your roar. So if you do like the indomitable roar, you could do that. Going nuclear. Falling below 30% health fully fills 1 bar of cataclysm meter. Can occur once per checkpoint. So there's all kinds of cool stuff in here that you can get. At the end of the level, it lets you know, you know, basically based on your ranking. You can see on the left there that you're going to have 3 blue ones to pick from and 1 purple one to pick from. then if you get to S plus rank, which believe it or not, I have gotten a couple S pluses, you're going to be able to, you know, pick from more rare augments, basically. For now, I guess we'll just go with this one. We'll call it a day here just to move on. And we get another funny kaiju running in the bottom corner. I love those little guys. They're hilarious. Just so goofy looking. Kind of want a game featuring those guys. So depending on what you do during the game, you also are going to get upgrades for your characters. So if you run over to the workshop here, you're going to see that there are health upgrades, there are rage upgrades, there are skins, which, funnily enough, I have not figured out how to equip. I have not found the place where you're actually supposed to change the skin. I don't understand. But we're going to pick a rage upgrade right now. We got a health upgrade earlier. There we go. And
let me see.
What else is here?
The
other thing that's interesting too is any of these you click on, you can't really get a good view of them to see what they look like. I bought a couple thinking like I'd be able to equip them, but I thought in the inventory here would be the place where you go in and change the color of your character, but I don't see a way to do that. So we're going to show you the augment stuff here. So let's say we were redoing Megadon's augments here. So he currently has augment 1, value meal, executions, heal for twice as much. Last stand, gain 30% attack speed, 100% crit chance, 50% move speed, and 10 seconds of invulnerability after dropping below 10% health, which actually hasn't happened to me very often. I've only died on one level a couple times, which was the boss battle. But you could go into your augments here. You could pick between what ones you want to use. So if we want to use this one on him, it's going to mark by their initial at the top who has what on, because I don't believe you can... Oh no, you can actually equip the same one that another monster has. I did not know you could do that. That's actually handy to know, because that's actually a pretty good one. So you can change up the augments like that. But, you know, like I said, inventory, you'd think the skins would be here, but I don't see an option for that. If you are somebody who is big into lore in games, this game does have a little bit of it. So you can go in and read about the different cities, the different people, that kind of thing. You even have the ability to chat. So you can pick from these chats, and you can listen to what people have to say, developing more of the story here.
I heard. All right.
Excellent
I know
work.
we're already going on 17 minutes in this video
Sorry,
here,
I
guys.
just
So
saw
I'm gonna kind of just like
a bit,
force through
and I
this.
didn't-
Look,
If you guys are
so
interested
you
in the
trust-
story,
I
I will
didn't
let
say
you
the companies
experience it
are-
on your own here. And we are going to blast into one more level by going to mission select. Yeah, I just exit back to main menu options. Let's see. No, that's volume stuff.
Now, where did I put that?
Yeah, I
book?
don't see.
Where?
hello.
I don't see an option for changing the skins. Maybe that's something you could do after you finish the game. I don't know. I don't see an option for it. Do I have to select it here? Because those are the ones I bought. It's really throwing me, man. It really is. All right,
There's no time to
let's
waste.
go pick a mission. As you can see here, we finished Toronto. Overall, we've gotten an A ranking for it. And that had 8 levels. You can see each set has about 8. Let's see, it's 8, 8, 9, and 8. So yeah, seems like each area is going to take you about an hour to get through, probably. So you probably got like a 4+ hour game here. We're going to go back to Toronto. We'll do a level here. Let's see if we can find something interesting. So oh yeah, so I could show you. Man, I'm at a loss here. Should we do the nuclear device or should we do the Nephilim nest? Let's do the Nephilim nest so you guys can see. I don't want to show you the main, the main boss of this area, but I will show you the mini boss. This is the boss before the main boss, and we're going to change it up and use the Megadon for this level too. Oh, here we go. This is where you can change the palette. I never knew it. Okay, so we had the red guy. Let's go with this one. I like this like evil-looking look. Evil-looking look. That's not redundant. I like the evil-looking skin. It's pretty cool looking. It's more Godzilla-esque because it's dark, you know? Alright, so here we are. So again, see, you walk on scene with all the other monsters, and yet you're the only monster that's here. Man, I really wish that one of them at least would like hang out with you and do some stuff with you, you know?
ASAP. We don't know how long it'll be before the Monarch comes back.
Let's destroy that thing, get it out of here. Okay, so this is a pretty fun fight here. We'll see how good I do if I get destroyed. So what happens is that, you know, these little monster dudes come up out of the ground. And you're gonna get some ads that show up. But you cannot actually hurt. You can't actually hurt the nest until you destroy the little snake dudes. So we're gonna go after them here. There we go. Now I can attack this guy. We'll use some abilities here. He hits hard, doesn't he? So now we just got to avoid these like lightning bolts that crash in here. Great colors in this because it's got that kind of like, you know, grainy comic book, dreary comic book look, you know, with the colors and everything. I really like the colors used in this. It just really pops. Everything, not everything, but a lot of things have that kind of like comic book halftone print on it, which I definitely dig. There we go, we took that guy out. Oh. Use up that rage, man. Use up that rage. Alright, so we gotta get that guy down to it. Oh, don't kill him. There we go. Gotta get my health back. Okay, you're down. Woo! Get up. That's another one down. So yeah, as a beat 'em up game, I think that this is going to appeal to a very particular gamer. You either, I feel in my life at least, you know, I've met people who basically either love the beat 'em up genre or hate it. There isn't a lot of in between there. Me personally, I got to be in the mood for it, but I have grown up playing beat 'em ups in the arcade and stuff. So when a new one comes out, I am always willing to give it a shot. I don't think I had a chance to cover it on the channel when I played it, but I did play through Streets of Rage 4. I thought that was great. I know a lot of the purists were not happy with it in certain regards, but I thought it was a cool beat 'em up. I thought it was pretty fun. I didn't take it too terribly seriously, you know. Like I know some other people do, and I get it. It's like, you know, it's serious. It's near and dear to certain people's hearts. But just basically, my point being that like when a new one comes out, I try to give it a shot, see if it's something I like. Now, I don't always like all of them. There we go, we took them out. Because, you know, some of them are they're very one-dimensional, you know, there isn't much to them besides, like, the punching and the kicking and, you know. But what I can say about Dawn of the Monsters, where am I going with this, is that Dawn of the Monsters seems to have depth to it. Not only is there, like, an actual attempt at a story, but there's a, you know, an attempt to make, like, a deeper... you know, a deeper fighting system than just like a punch-kick type of thing. Though I wouldn't have minded like a jump kick. That would have been even cooler. Make your monster jump, kick a building into another monster. You know, that kind of stuff. I would have really liked that kind of thing. The monsters definitely feel like slow and lumbering though, so I can definitely see why they didn't go that route. But guys, that's Dawn of the Monsters. I think it's really cool. It's a $30 game. Like I said, it's basically on everything. And it's a way forward game. Way forward tends to pick like the good stuff, you know, the good fun kitschy stuff. So I am definitely a fan of this as well as many of their other games too. But I definitely recommend this one. For beat 'em up fans, I think you're going to really enjoy this one. But hey everybody, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.